Welcome, 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 everybody, to the Closer to the Edge podcast, the anti-sleep aid for anyone sick of political self-censoring and hushed tones on the left-wing podcast at a time when we need to be loud. We're here to kick down the goddamn door with a bullhorn duct taped to a chainsaw, giving a megaphone to fighters and dissenters.
So buckle the fuck up.
Rook,
make sure we're getting the visual.
Got the visual. You look like you're in the law offices of what is this?
Well, my lawyers have told me not to repeat the name of their firm on camera here, and those scales were from just this. We were trying to weigh out some drugs recently, and just wanted to make sure we're splitting it half and a half. So let's just talk just for a brief moment about my complaint. We're sending in to district court in D.C. since that's where the president resides. So we're just asking the Supreme Court to understand words and what they mean, because the Section 3 of the 14th Amendment is pretty clear that you can't give aid or comfort to people who participated in an insurrection or charged with sedition or enemies. Once you give aid or comfort to those people, you become disabled, as the court puts it. So, and you're no longer able to serve or hold office, to use their words. Okay. So, we're asking for a declaratory judgment to make sure we're all on the same page here. If they agree with me or anyone else that files a similar suit like this, like a House rep or a senator or someone who might have more standing, then Congress gets a chance to remove the disability with a 2/3 vote in Congress. So Congress could save him with a 2/3 vote if the judge decides that he is, by way of the Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, disabled. So it says if you engaged in an insurrection, and we all know he did, but we won't even argue that point. Yeah. If you engage in an insurrection, you can't hold office, or if you gave aid or comfort to people that did.
Like a pardon to get them out of prison?
Yeah, yeah. So all these people who assaulted cops and rubbed their feces all over the Capitol and tried to disrupt certifying the vote where they wanted to hang Mike Pence.
Yep.
So Trump, I think he aided and comforted those people. I think that's what a pardon is, or clemency is. You're aiding those people, and
you're definitely getting them out of prison. That's aid. I mean, I'm not sure how else
to. That's definitely
right.
Well, I mean, is playing their music when they all sang in their little J6 chorus and calling them hostages, is that providing us some comfort, some mental comfort?
Indeed.
I don't know. Maybe the Supreme Court's going to come back and just tell me, you know what, unless Trump gives them a foot massage, then it's not really comfort. So the Supreme Court's, I guess, going to have to define comfort. They're going to have to define aid. They're going to have to, I don't know. They're just going to have to define some things.
And aid also would be hiring them again back to work for ICE. Because I think those are all the ICE agents now. Are just people who were pardoned from January 6th and their friends. Because I haven't heard anything from the Proud Boys lately in a long time. Have you?
No, I haven't heard anything from Stuart Rhodes. I haven't heard anything from any of these guys. I don't know if there's a documentary, like a Where Are They Now type of thing, where I can go watch and see, like, what are they doing now?
Oh, man.
I'd be interested, but I don't know. We're going to see where it goes. If they tell me I don't have standing, then I'll appeal. And I'll take it all the way to the Supreme Court if I can, but better yet, it would be good to find a House rep or a senator, someone sitting that has more standing than I do. I think it's a solid case. We don't even need to impeach him. We just need the court to agree with. Well, we need the court to agree with the Constitution. I mean, it's a bold, radical idea.
Agree with the Constitution, yes.
Yeah, it's in today's day and age. I mean, it's, we're asking them to do I don't know, I guess it's a really hard thing for them to do recently.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. What I love about this is that you guys out there can do the same thing. I mean, really, and anybody who wants to sue the government to find out whether or not the president has aided and comforted insurrectionists and insurrection and the insurrectionists, yeah, you can do it in any jurisdiction. That's what I love about this.
It only costs $405.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's a lot of money, and not everyone's got $405, but I think it's $350 filing fee plus a $55 something or other. I don't know. It all adds up to $405. And, you have to submit it to Washington, D.C., the district court there, because that's where the president.
Outstanding. Well, listen, man, I'm loving this. We'll see where this goes. People, good and decent people of YouTube, Spotify, Apple Play, and if you're listening to it without watching it, I'm sorry about that, because what we're about to, well, I think listening to it will still work. What we're about to see is our guest. Twig. Heyitstwig is her name on Instagram. And I'm going to show you something that she is a badass. She's a boss. In more ways than one. We'll get into that when she gets here. But this right here is what made her, I'm talking about, what do we call it? Stratosphere? She was already big.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. She was already something before this happened, but this, I had the pleasure of being behind the camera as we walked into this rep's office, and this rep had, I'll let Twig tell the story, but had a Charlie Kirk poster hanging there, and had some words for these people, and I was lucky enough to film it. And since I think garnered millions and millions of views online and pissed off a lot of Charlie Kirk fans and other people, and but she's gotten a lot of support, and but yeah, it's been a wild viral video, but Twig is bigger than any of that.
Yeah, for a fact, she's been around for a while doing this, doing foot pics, making money from pigs out there. People, you have no idea. Like, what right now they're saying, what are they talking about? I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Just stay a while. I'm going to show you Twig's version. Let's listen to this, guys.
I saw that you guys have a Charlie Kirk picture outside, so I thought I would just read you some of his best quotes that I personally find very touching. We'll start with this one. We made a huge mistake when we passed the Civil Rights Act in the 1960s. These are direct quotes. I'm not adding any words, okay? Women should not work, but instead serve their husbands and raise children. It's awkward, right? Sit in the silence of that for a second. If my 10-year-old daughter were raped and became pregnant, I would not allow her to have an abortion. You should look at me when I'm reading these to you.
Just taking notes.
Yeah, let's keep eye contact while I read you these uncomfortable quotes from the guy you idolize. Okay? He referred to transgender individuals, which are human beings, as a, quote, throbbing middle finger to God. Would God say that?
What would Jesus do?
I don't think God would say that. Birth control has created very angry and bitter young ladies, and women in their early 30s, they're past their prime. How old is Erica Kirk?
Oh!
The widow? Is she staying at home? Doesn't sound like it. Maybe she's with J.D. Vance. Abortion is our modern Holocaust. If a 6-week-old fetus is not alive, then what does abortion do to the fetus? That's like saying an 88-year-old with dementia isn't really alive.
Huh?
It's a great guy, right? It's a great man to idolize, to put on every other Republican door in our state capitol. A man who doesn't believe in the civil rights movement.
Wow.
Yeah.
There are moments in a lifetime when you realize that you'll never forget it. Like, I'll remember that for the rest of my life.
It was the best cinematography I've ever pulled off. Just standing there holding the camera at the right time in the right place. I mean, I was so happy to have had the chance to go into those offices with Cliff and Twig and you and Chance and Caesar and Carlos and everyone else that went in that day.
All the our media people.
Yeah, I gave her the video because I had posted it first on our Facebook page and it got a lot of reactions, and then I showed her and she said, "You need to send that to me." So I did, and so I don't know if she's credited Rook T. Winchester. I mean, that the way I kept the camera still the whole time, I feel
it's
like
beautiful.
Maybe. Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. That. I think this is, if not an Emmy, we're looking at a Webby here. This is cinematography, camera work, top notch. The silences, keeping it still on her face while she said, right, like Joker said in Batman, "Look at me," right?
Well, and I kept eye contact with. I mean, she wasn't looking at me, but I was. I never took my eyes off her like that. Whoever she was talking to. I mean, when Twig's talking, you look at her like it doesn't matter if she's looking at you or not. You should be paying attention.
You need to be paying attention.
Yeah, and so she had to call him out and say, "Hey, you don't need to be taking notes right now. You need to be engaging with me, like." And call them all.
She said, we need to keep eye contact while I read these uncomfortable tweets. That's the deal is you need to keep eye contact so we can ensure your discomfort.
Right.
Because if you're not uncomfortable, you're just not getting it yet. That was the key.
Well, yeah, he wanted to hide in his notebook with his little pencil, and I don't know what he's drawing, cartoons, or like, I don't know, what's he... But no, Twig wasn't going to let him do that. Twig was going to say, "Hey, put your fucking pencil down."
No, wait.
Right here.
Everybody stop. Twig has entered the building.
Music a bubble. Music a bubble.
Please keep your eyes on her. Do not take your eyes off of her.
Maintain eye contact with Twig.
Look at me. Eyes on me.
The incomparable Heyitstwig. How are you?
I am great. How are you guys? I am honored to be on my first podcast ever.
Whoa.
That's unbelievable. It won't be the last. We were just talking about, we just played your video, or the video that I had the pleasure of shooting. We just
great
watched
cinematography,
it here.
by the way. We just wanted to get that out the way.
And I was mentioning to Doug that maybe, I don't know if there's like an Emmy award for just holding the camera still and just, but
There's gotta be.
I was really proud of myself that day, but more than that, I was really, really proud of you. Can you tell us what that moment, I don't know, felt like? And
So it was actually not planned at all. We had spent the day going through the halls of Congress. Cliff Cash was doing his thing at all of the Republican congressman's office, and this was one of the last ones that we went to. We were kind of like, well, what do we do now? Should we go in? What should we say? And I was like, well, I have this list of quotes from Charlie Kirk on my phone that I've got nothing better to do with, so why not? So we go in, Cliff does his thing, and he goes, and I think my friend has something that she wanted to say. And I was like, all right, let's just do it. So I started reading through the quotes, and I noticed that the kid wasn't looking at me. He was like writing on a notepad. Mind you, it was blank, but he was writing something on his notepad. And I just had this thought cross my mind of, I did not fly all the way up here from Florida and have the one time that I go speak into a congressional office and not have this person look me in the face. And so I just had that thought, and I was like, you know what? You're going to look at me. You're going to look at me. And he did. He did. I think he probably looked me up after I left, but it was a very spontaneous thing. It was not planned. I had the list of quotes on my phone just from collecting them over the last few months, few years. And I was like, you know what? If no one else has an idea, I've got this handy dandy list. Why the hell not?
And can you talk about your? I think that was one of your very first videos online, or was
Yeah.
it?
So I've been creating content since probably 2021, 2022. The first video that I ever had go viral was for a Free Palestine protest in Nashville. And there was some young guy who was just screaming about how Israel is the capital of everything, and I don't know, just a bunch of random things that didn't make sense. So I posted that. The video went viral. And at the same time, I kind of started doing my own research into the occupation and the genocide that's happening in Gaza. And I started making content around that. I just continued to make content deconstructing Christian nationalism, a lot of which had to do with Charlie Kirk. A lot of people say that I'm hateful for criticizing Charlie Kirk, but I was hateful towards Charlie Kirk before he was dead. And his death doesn't change that for me.
Well, you got to keep that same energy.
I'm consistent. I might be a bitch, but at least I'm consistently a bitch. And that doesn't stop with Charlie Kirk, whether he's dead or not. And with that, I just moved to Florida from Tennessee about 4 months ago, and that was right before he was shot. And I was curious as to what the local conversations were going to be like in my area. This curiosity of like, okay, I've studied his movement. I've studied Turning Point USA. I've very, very closely followed Charlie Kirk from a critical standpoint for several years now. This is not something that's new to me. And so being in Florida was new to me. So I was just kind of like, okay, I went from the butt crack to the butthole of the United States, Tennessee to Florida. And I'm just curious, what is the local conversation here in this area of Florida? And I just started Googling and looking for vigils or events or just something that was happening in the community. And I happened to find a vigil in Neptune Beach, which is like a 35-minute drive for me. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go. And so I went, recorded the whole thing. I did not engage with anybody. I didn't speak to anyone. I didn't ask questions. I just kept my head down and recorded. I think I disassociated through part of it, to be honest, because it was like a cult meeting. And so I went back home and I rewatched the footage, and it was all about how like Islam is coming for the West, how there's cotton candy preachers, and how somehow everything is trans people's fault. Just a bunch of Fox News topic points, whatever you could think of from Fox News, they said it in this rally, plan meeting, I should say. And I posted those videos. They went probably 10 million viral. Wow. And that's when it really started to shoot up in terms of my following across all platforms. I think I gained maybe 100,000 across Instagram and TikTok alone. And it's just kind of been up from there. I haven't really been able to get out of the spotlight, whether it's about Charlie Kirk or whether it's just about political activism, progressive ideas, progressive topics. And DC was a few weeks ago, and that was just kind of on the same. Granted, that one was unplanned. It's just kind of kept on that same train of keeping my following increasing. They're just curious. And I feel like I'm very blunt, and I say a lot of things that may be considered controversial to people on the right. But everything that I'm saying is true. Right. One of the biggest critiques, I guess, that I got from the Charlie Kirk vigils, or I made this one video where I literally just repeated that same list of quotes online, and all of the comments were talking about how I'm so hateful, I'm evil, I'm mean, how dare I say these words, and direct quotes.
Were you accused of taking his words out of context?
The context makes it worse. I did them a favor.
Twig, please describe the context in which women should not be voting. I need to.
Well, I would have to be allowed to speak in order to answer that question.
Agreed. So there's another part. I need to find out what came through your mind. What was the stroke of genius? Like, did you feel it coming when you said, "I wonder how Erica Kirk is? Like, is she at home?" And then I said, "Oh my God, it was so beautiful."
I didn't think about it.
That wasn't on your phone. That
one was not on my phone. That was full Twig just being like, you know what? let me just add a little extra. This is my one and only chance to say this. Let me just say it.
What kind of feedback have you received from your fans? I noticed some people have written articles about you or about even that video that took place.
It's been a lot of positive feedback. There's obviously been some of the you took it out of context. You took it out of context. He was a good Christian man. All of those fun things, but the majority of the feedback that I've gotten is, this is amazing. This is genius. We need more people to read these kinds of quotes and just kind of expose the hypocrisy and the hatred and the racism that's within those. Because it's not just Turning Point USA anymore. This is something that has been fully integrated in our schools down to the high school level, into colleges. It's now on every other Republican congressman's door, in the Capitol, in the halls of Congress. That is not normal. Were
they trying to do a Charlie Kirk day?
Fuck.
It's important I get this quote right, Rook, real quick. Okay. I just want to make sure that what she said, I gotta hold on.
Charlie Kirk picture outside, so I thought I would just read you some of his best quotes that I personally find very touching. We'll start with this one. We made a huge mistake when we passed the Civil Rights Act in the 1960s. These are direct quotes. I'm not adding any words, okay? Women should not work, but instead serve their husbands and raise children. It's awkward, right? Sit in the silence of that for a second. If my 10-year-old daughter were raped and became pregnant, I would not allow her to have an abortion. You should look at me when I'm reading these to you.
Just taking notes.
Yeah, let's keep eye contact while I read you these uncomfortable quotes from the guy you idolize. Okay? He referred to transgender individuals, which are human beings, as a, quote, throbbing middle finger to God. Would God say that? I don't think God would say that. Birth control has created very angry and bitter young ladies, and women in their early 30s, they're past their prime.
There it is.
How old is Erica Kirk?
Ouch!
The widow?
God damn!
Is she staying at home?
Oh, shit! It hurt.
It makes me cringe. It makes myself uncomfortable. Even when I watch it, I'm uncomfortable.
I had my eyes on you the whole time because I'm not going to take my eyes off of you because I know better. But I could not see his reaction the whole time. So what was the look on his face like?
It was nothing. It was like
they're dead. They're dead behind the eyes. Everyone we went in and saw was like that. Like
I even wrote in my notes for my content review that Republican staff looked brain dead inside. Democrats were a bit better.
Yeah, they engaged at least or reacted.
They at least pretended to care.
But all the rest of them, those Republicans, man.
There was one that shook my hand.
Oh, yes. I remember that.
Only one. And then they kicked us out. But he shook my hand. He did shake my hand first.
Right. Shook your hand and said, get
before kicking me out.
Well, I'm sure that he shook your hand to make sure that he could take you out if you refused.
Well, he couldn't. I would... Anyways.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, boss bitch. Yes, do it.
I was going to say he would try to kick me out, and I would just say, fuck you, bitch. This is my office now.
Bam.
What was it like to knock on Mike Johnson's door, even though it was shut, and even though he was, you could hear stuff. I mean, you could.
I think even the door was made of glass. It felt a little fragile. It felt a little soft.
It was a beta door. It was a beta door.
It was a beta door.
Beta.
Well, yeah, that's a good video too. If you haven't watched that one, Twig at Mike Johnson's door is worth watching.
I was very nice. I told him that he could just come right out. We'd still be here for him.
So, right. in an attempt not to cringe her out, because I know what it's like to have to watch yourself after you post it, but I might pull that up because I'm the AV guy today.
Do it. Do it.
I'm the AV guy today. I'm gonna let Rook take over the conversation because I have things. I have pictures.
You like things.
I have videos. I have audio-visual assets that need to be curated today that the people are going to love. Now, let me just go ahead. You guys continue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to curate some of these assets.
Okay.
And it's going to be the best damn podcast in the history of podcasting today, guys. I need you to know that and prepare for that. Yes.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. Sorry, Mom.
I don't think there's anything to apologize for, Twig. If you
No, she knows.
I
He thinks it's hilarious.
So let's start there. Well, maybe not. Let's come back. I'm going to do Bob's opinion later on.
I'm going to go with we got to do the Mike Johnson at the door. I mean, we're here.
Oh, okay.
We're here.
All right, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Roll it back.
All right.
Go ahead, Rook. I'm going to be curating. You ask the questions. Let's see what I can find here.
Okay, you keep looking for that video. I think I posted it on our Facebook at one point as well, but if we can't find it now, we'll splice it in later. But I guess I want to get back, and maybe this is a good segue. You're talking about you're getting lots of support from a lot of people taking notice of you as a personality, getting lots of attention. I imagine some fan messages from people.
And some hate. A little bit of hate.
And some hate.
A little bit of hate, a little bit of both. It's kind of a mixture. I definitely get a lot of supportive and encouragement feedback, but I also get the very opposite of that, which is like the death threats, the assault threats. I've had pictures of my own house sent to me, all of those fun things. But it's worth it. Every bit of it is worth it.
How does that feel or affect you, or when someone does something shitty like that?
It doesn't surprise me because we do live in a patriarchal society where death is not necessarily the worst thing that can happen to a woman. And with that, I think there is a portion of the male population that likes to take advantage of that and try and fearmonger with that. But when I get messages or threats like that, it just kind of reassures me that I'm looking in the right places. I'm talking about the right things, because why else would somebody go to that extreme of violence or wanting to suppress my voice or intimidate me into not using it in some way or another.
Oh, so you've also had the full spectrum of the, praise.
Oh yeah.
And adoration all the way to, I wish you were dead.
So the worst and most intricate one was someone was like, I don't know if I can say the R word on here, but what you do? They were like, I'm going to find you, rape you, cut you up, stuff you in a barrel, and sink you in the Atlantic Ocean. Like very detailed steps of like all of those things. And I was just like, quiet, piggy. And moved on with my life.
The more detailed they get, the smaller their dick actually is. It's an inverse relationship.
The more detailed the threat is, the less of a threat that person seems to be.
Although another answer to that, Rook, is for those of us who have our face out here, Democratic, left-leaning podcasters, anybody, content creators, there's not one who hasn't had a death threat. Death threats,
it's a daily thing.
Yeah, death threats are the new politics. It's a death cult.
Yeah.
That is the answer to every political question is death, killing, murder, R word.
No, absolutely, because their knee-jerk reaction is violence. I've had my tires slashed and my windows smashed in my driveway of my car because I park it outside of the garage. But I've had people message me on Facebook saying, I'm going to track you. Like,
how the hell did they find you? Well, there's no need to ask. Listen. Yeah, so right wing, it shows not only your intelligence, but your dick size. This is to be remembered. Like, you have no response but violence. See, I have a camera over here. If you're wondering like what I'm looking at, I got the camera over here. I'm talking to you, MAGA. You. That's you right there. And every single time you pull out a death threat, it's because you have nothing else to say and your intelligence is waning, is lacking. It's getting worse. Your IQ is dropping by the second every time you listen to the orange fucking Mussolini. Anyway, here we go. I want to see what we got here. Oh.
I found your account, Mikey.
Yeah, my friend was up all night on Grindr, and he was. Okay,
As a bisexual woman, Mike, I just want to say that despite your hatred towards the LGBTQIA community, we still accept the fact that you are a gay man. We will not look less of you because of it. There's no shame in coming out of the closet that's made of glass and cracking, babe. We'll be waiting for you on the other side. Stop defending pedophiles.
Oh, genius. The glass closet door that's cracking and crumbling in front of us. It's okay to come out because we know it's okay to come out and be gay. You'll be so much happier. But even more than that, stop.
He'd rather be a pedophile than be gay, and I don't get it.
Stop defending pedophiles.
I mean, he's both. We could at least accept one of them. I mean, we can accept that he's gay.
Yeah, and we're not going to accept the other one.
We're not going to accept the other one.
No, that's why we only accept that he's gay. But he would rather be an open pedophile than openly gay.
Yeah,
well,
because that's okay with it right now.
Yeah, there's between consenting adults, I think it's okay. Whatever
floats your dick, who cares?
Right, and I think maybe a good segue into your side hustle here that maybe you're going to tell us about.
You want to sidestep into my side hustle?
Yeah,
well, what we need is dick floating material is the key. So that's what's happening here. Whatever floats your dick was the perfect way to segue into it. Good work.
I'm just wondering, I'm guessing you didn't foresee this side hustle as you started filming videos. Did you ever think your side hustle was gonna, I guess, and maybe we're just gonna have to ask you, what is your side hustle?
Right, that's where we got to start because the people are wondering. The people
How do I put it simply? MAGA men have a fetish not only for feet, but specifically for liberal, leftist, lunatic, Antifa, cat lady feet.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It's even better than I thought.
When did you first discover this? Let's start with
this.
So probably about 4 months ago when I first moved down to Florida, I posted a video that was a lie, and I said, MAGA men fund my leftist life, or something along those lines. And it, for whatever reason, went viral. And when it went viral, I started getting all of these messages in my DM about, hey, I'm a MAGA pay pig. I'm MAGA. Can I pay for your next pedicure? I'm MAGA. Can I pay you for pictures of your feet? And at first I was like, there's no freaking way. There's no way. This has to be spam. And some of them are spam. But I started responding and saying, Venmo if you're legit. And I won't respond to any of them unless they actually Venmo. So they'll Venmo me $25 or they'll Cash App me $25. And I'll say, okay, now what do you want? And they'll say, I want a picture of the palms of your hands or the bottom of your feet or the top of your feet or your toenails after you get a new pedicure. And I'll say, okay, well, that 25. And they'll be like, yeah, do you want me to send another 25? And I'll say, fuck you, double it. And so then there's $75 within a 5-minute conversation of me not having to send anything yet.
It's fantastic. I think for the people that are Googling pay pig right now, can you explain for the people that don't know what a pay pig is?
I too had to Google it because I did not know what it was until these people were DMing me. A pay pig is somebody within the realm of Findom, Findom, which is, I get not an acronym, but it stands for financial domination, which in the BDSM or kink community is a fetish for being financially dominated. And within that, a submissive or person who enjoys being financially dominated is referred to as a pay pig. And so a pay pig is just somebody who is seeking someone to financially drain them or to humiliate them or et cetera, et cetera. And so that's what I refer to them as is my MAGA pay pigs or pay piggies.
Wow, pay piggy. I like it. Yeah. Yeah. Quiet. Do you ever say quiet pay piggy?
So I have said quiet piggy. I haven't said quiet pay piggy, but I have said quiet piggy.
Okay.
So what we have here for the people who are only listening, as unfortunate as it may be for you, what we have here is an actual text. And when she said, fuck you, double it, if you thought that was just for fun or she was just saying that shit to be cool, the picture is here. The guy, oh goddess, I want to be dominated by you. You know, that's 25, right? Should I send another 25? Fuck you, double it.
Did he double it?
Of course he did. What do you
mean?
Did
he did.
How dare you ask such a ridiculous question? They're talking to the goddess.
I knew the answer, but I just wanted to make sure.
Of course he doubled it. Of course he doubled it.
They all double it.
They always double it.
Right?
Every time.
It's an amazing.
It never fails.
Command.
It must trigger something deep inside them when you say double it, and they just. What do you think it does to them inside?
I think they simultaneously pee and get a boner, if that's a thing that guys do at the same time. Like pee out of fear and then also get a boner because they're intrigued.
I mean,
I don't know if that's how guy biology works, but
I don't think that I'm not sure. Is that possible?
That's what I would imagine.
Okay. Well, I've never been a pay piggy. I've never experienced financial domination. This is all a new thing to me, so I'm learning along with all of our listeners and viewers right now.
Even rereading these makes me.
Oh, but wait a minute. So your question was, did he double it?
He will do anything.
I'll do anything for humiliation task from you goddess. MAGA, this is you, baby. I'm not the kink shamer. I love this for you. I wish you could just do it in the open.
It's consensual shaming. It's all consensual and ethical.
Then I might consider giving you a task. I might consider.
Keep in mind, this is already $75.
In the bank.
In the bank. Without anything other than cussing him out.
Yeah, no pictures, no nothing, just $75.
Pictures, no nothing, $75.
Just go ahead.
I remember when we had, after we went to Congress, we went and had ramen noodles. I think Cliff was there and some other people, and you were just kind of busy there on your phone, and I think you told us you made like $180 in like an hour.
It's like 160, yeah.
Oh yeah, and then on the way back, you bought us coffee by taking another $60 from someone, and I think we sent him a selfie.
We did. We sent him a selfie of the five of us with our coffees flipping off the camera. And I want to say I sent him the screenshot and I said, "Thanks for the coffee, fugly bitch," or something along those lines.
Yeah. Has he been back? Do some of these guys, I assume at some point they give up and maybe...
I can't keep up with all of them, if I'm being honest. Like, there's a lot of them that are just faceless accounts, and some of them are recurring, some of them are not, but there's a lot. It's endless. There's a lot. I don't keep up with their names. I don't bother to remember their names. They don't deserve for me to know.
No, definitely not.
No, never.
So here's the deal, Rook. Allow me to just let me get as serious as I can in a situation like this.
Good luck.
The number one reason that Grindr breaks down every time there's a Republican convention is the same reason why she can make $60 every 5 minutes from them, right? And that's because, number one, they know that they're wrong or feel that they're wrong, whether it's every day with their red hat on, having to show it and prove it at home while not believing in it really, knowing that they're horrible, or feeling shame that they're, that they like feet, or feeling shame that they like women or sex. They're repressed. And so
Actually made a Venn diagram of that.
Oh, wow.
That I can send you to clip.
Yes, there we go. And so what you get, Rook, is this. You deserve money from conservative Republican weaklings, don't you, ma'am? Now, obviously, this is part of the game. But every psychiatrist will tell you when you want a child to confess what he's feeling is you put the doll in front of them and have them play a game, have them draw and write, because that's when the feeling comes out. They need this in order to feel whole, full, proper. Because outside of that moment that this beautiful queen is going to give them that which they deserve, they have to act like they don't deserve this to everybody else. And that eats at you inside when you're dishonorable. It eats at you inside. When you feel, now there's people who do this stuff, have that feeling of themselves being dishonorable, or have that idea that they are, that may not be. But this specific situation, the conservative, MAGA, Republican weakling, they know what it is. They know they're in a cult. They know they're fucked up. And thank God for Twig. You're doing the Lord's work, Twig. It's the Lord's work.
It is. It's
Well, and I feel, and I don't want to compare Twig to the Beverly Hillbillies, but they did discover, the black gold, and they just struck. You've struck like this untapped gold mine, this reserve,
such a niche market.
Of fragile masculinity within the MAGA movement. And I just feel like I don't even know where the bottom is. Like, if there's so much there, and that leads me to my next question. Have you thought about starting an academy to teach other?
There have been discussions of a Twig Academy in which I could do tutorials. I could do tutorials, maybe give my fellow girls, gays, and nays a little weekly task every month and say, all right, ladies, it's your job to get $10 from a MAGA man and then donate it to Planned Parenthood, and just create this cycle of Republican, MAGA, conservative money and essentially launder it into progressive causes like Planned Parenthood or Flare or supporting veterans or ending homelessness, or all of these different things that MAGA and conservatives typically argue against or argue in favor of defunding, and taking the money that they would ordinarily be spending on those things anyways and repurposing it into something that is the complete opposite.
I like that. Repurpose, not launder. We don't want to commit any crimes here. But repurpose MAGA's money for causes that they outwardly are against. But I guess they got a lot of things that they're hiding, I guess, underneath the surface, don't they?
They have a lot of dirty laundry that needs to be aired out. A lot.
Yeah. What do you think, Doug?
What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think about all this stuff?
Allow me to show you what I think. Fuck you, double it. That's what I think. You're doing the Lord's work. And one thing I know is, I'm going to tell my secret. Here's a secret, guys. I have a secret.
What's your secret?
For a very long time, I was a dominant. I was the person who was spanking, caning, daddy for money sometimes, and interactual relationships. I played this out. I did this. Now, I was not a submissive, but I had to understand the submissive mind in order to be a good dominant. And I can tell you that I only say this because I want the folks out there who are thinking that this is, yeah, I'm shaming the MAGA people, and yeah, I'm shaming them because they deserve it because they've ruined our country. But don't feel like this, what we're doing here is shaming the BDSM community, because it's quite the opposite. And if you're feeling uncomfortable about what she's doing, allow me to tell you, I've done a lot worse. I've drawn blood. I've had people do what's called with a pain elation, right? Where they almost black out.
Is that what I think with clothespins and shit, or what are you talking about?
I've done it with belts, with canes, and with my hands. Now,
Oh dear.
all of this is consensual, and saying it like this, I don't want to know how many people are going to unsubscribe. I'm only hoping that I'm doing it on a Twig episode so we get more subscribers than unsubscribers. But the truth is, understanding the submissive, many of the submissives that I did this with were bosses at their job. They were at the pinnacle of whatever it was, computer programming and sales. They were out there talking, and they were the boss in their family and their home. Inside, they felt inadequate. Inside, they felt shame. Most of them were traumatized. But that doesn't mean you have to be. That's just a trope. It just happens to be my experience. Many of them were traumatized, but the other ones, even when they weren't traumatized, really felt this shame, either deservedly or not. Some don't, some did. And that's where these guys are coming from. Inside, there's a shame that needs to be purged, that needs to be dealt with, that needs to be handled and spoken aloud. They choose the money, the pay pig, right? And that's their way of doing it. Because just holding it in will give you cancer, goddammit. Like, you cannot just have that. And for many of the submissives, it was the only way that they could purge that feeling of shame, go out there and be a boss the next day. So when I tell you that she's doing the Lord's work, I promise you, not only is she redirecting funds that would go to jail children and have them eat food off the floor because they have brown skin, she's taking that money, giving it to Rook so he can drink coffee. But not only that, people are being healed in the process. And I said all of that. And I got real serious, right? I said all of that because I have one more for you. And then I'm done. I'm not gonna force you guys to do this anymore. But God damn it, this is the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Do it.
Here it comes. Now I can't even say here it comes without feeling dirty. Here we go. It's only gonna get worse. Let's see. Was it this one?
You'll find it. But yeah, I wanted to follow up on your point. We're not kink shaming anyone. But we are shaming.
I kind of have a goal of doing quite the opposite. I mean, granted, fandom when it comes to MAGA pay pigs is a very specific niche that I do laugh at and make fun of. But like you guys said, it's not laughing at the kink or BDSM community. I'm more so laughing at the hypocrisy of the people who are so deeply involved in this community when it comes to Republicans, Trump supporters, crashing Grindr at the RNC, all of these other things. In addition to exposing kind of the hypocrisy of that on a surface level, I also, on a bigger scale and a deeper picture, I want to normalize women using their body, whether it's in sex work or whether it's in fandom or domination, BDSM, and using it however the hell we want to.
It's your body.
Exactly. It's my body. And if I want to sell my dirty feet, I should be able to sell my dirty feet. And some people think it's weird. Some people think it's crazy, but
do they rather it dirty or clean?
$10 and I'll tell you.
Ha! Okay, now here's where
got him.
Here's where it is. Beautiful.
You might as well just give her 20 down because you know what's coming next.
I'm going to tell you
double it.
Just throw in the $20.
No, I'll tell you what. What I'll do instead is I'll read this. Please let me be your bitch queen. I want to help fund your life. while you make a difference and serve you and be educated by you so I can be an educated, pathetic loser instead of just a pathetic loser. It's part of the game. But if it doesn't remind you of everything that I just said, I guarantee you this person is the head of some lawn care company and has a great truck and a great life and a great wife and great white kids, but knows he's a fuck up and has ruined things and cannot deal with that. My camera is too much for even my camera. Cannot deal with that.
Yeah.
So he needs Twig. And that'll be the last one I'll do because it wasn't supposed to get serious. It was supposed to be funny, but goddamn it, whoever else is rolling out there, I can tell you one thing. There's going to be about 5 shorts. You know what? I'm doubling it. There's going to be about 10 shorts that come out of this.
Fuck you, double it.
Fuck me, double it, man.
It's fantastic.
I gave my secret out. God, I can't.
Twig, what if someone's listening to you right now and they're thinking, you know what? I get messages like this from MAGA men, but I've never really, tried to pick it up and make money from it. What advice would you have out there to people that are listening that want to monetize MAGA's shame?
Oh, I have the perfect piece of advice. You will get a lot of spam and scam. So if you get those messages and you choose to accept them, only respond Venmo if legit. 3 words, or PayPal, Cash App, whatever you have. 3 words, Venmo if legit.
Yep.
If they are legit, they will Venmo you. They won't ask you why. They're not going to say how much. They will send you at least $5. If they do ask how much, I tend to start with $25, and then I double it, of course. But Venmo if legit, they'll either send $5 or $10 on their own, or if they ask how much, send $25. If they do not immediately send it after saying Venmo if legit and then answering how much, whatever that may be, do not waste your time because it is a waste of your time. Because if they're serious about needing offend them or wanting to have that kind of like parasocial, dominatrix, submissive kind of relationship, they're going to send you $25 and they're not going to waste your time going back and forth. Well, can I talk to you first? Can I ask questions first? Can I do this? Do not waste your time. Unless they Venmo you, and then double it.
And what if they don't double it? Yeah, that's probably never happened to you. So they probably
no, that's a good question. It's happened a couple times. There's been a few that will say, I can't afford to double it, and I think that kind of goes back into the ethical and consensual aspect of it. Is I do not participate in fandom unless it is ethical and consensual. I'm never going to make someone send me their last $50 and then be unable to pay their rent or unable to feed themselves, because that is completely against everything that I advocate for.
If you can't double it
on a real note,
we don't need.
If you can't double it, then I'm not gonna try and get you to double it if you tell me that you can't. It's more so just like, okay, then stop speaking.
No, then we're done here. Right?
Then we're done. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'd say 9 times out of 10 they double it, I'm guessing.
9 times out of 10 they double it, or if they don't double it, they'll say, "Can I send you like a $10 gift card or something instead, something smaller?" Which is always fine. I will not say no to a gift card, but it's all consensual. It's all ethical. No, I just give them my Heyitstwig at Gmail email address, and they just send virtual gift cards.
Okay, all right. Whew.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We got to make sure. Let's be clear there, people.
I do not have a PO box.
And that comes to a question about safety. If someone's out there thinking about doing this, obviously you want to take precautions, I imagine. And maybe do you have any advice for anyone on that?
Just take precautions. I mean, don't give out your personal information. Don't give out your phone number. Don't give out your full government name. Don't give your location. Just the same thing that you would do with any other social media platform or talking to anyone else that you don't know. If it turns violent or if you get a bad feeling or it just seems off, block and delete. Move on about your day. Just be smart about it. Be smarter than they are, which is not hard to do. Just be careful.
And you're not assuming these people or this is all in a chat, correct? Like
I don't use any websites. I'm not on OnlyFans. I guess there's like actual fandom websites and things like that that you can sign up for. I'm not on any of those. It's literally just through my Instagram DMs and my TikTok DMs. That's it. Yeah, I don't have to use any other website. It literally just comes to my DMs.
I wonder how many left girls are doing this and just don't say it because it's not something that you like brag. Well, Twig does, but not something that you talk about.
That's part of why I want to do it. I mean, I want to encourage women to find the endless money hole. I mean, granted, I don't consider myself to be a sex worker or anything like that. However, I am still using my body in a capacity to make money through the internet. And I don't think there's anything shameful about that. I think it's a kink for a lot of different people, which is completely fine. And I just don't think there's anything shameful about foot fetishes or financial domination. I don't have a foot fetish, but I don't think I'm going to shame anybody or let me rephrase. I will consensually shame somebody as part of their fetish, but I'm not going to shame the kink community as a whole or the factions that are within that because we're adults. Sex is fun. It's not just for procreation. Otherwise it wouldn't be pleasurable for both parties. And I don't think there's anything wrong with talking about that. I think sex is a lot of time a very taboo topic, especially when women talk about it. And especially when women are comfortable talking about it. I think those are two different things. And when women come to the table and say, I like sex and I'm not afraid to talk about it, that in itself is a whole big deal. But then you throw in something like foot fetishes or financial domination, and it's just kind of it has this shock factor of, oh my gosh, you're talking about this thing that so many people are interested in or invested in, either as a sub or a dominant or whichever. Let's just freaking make it less taboo.
Yeah. And it's true that you've had people from other countries, international, I guess.
Yeah, so I've had international pay pigs, not necessarily MAGA, but what they consider to be right-leaning for whatever international country they are from or whatever location they're from. But they don't, I guess, have access to Venmo or Cash App, so they'll ask me if I have PayPal, or I had set up a GoFundMe back when I got heavily doxxed for going to the Charlie Kirk vigil, and I'll say that they can donate to that and just put in the memo Planned Parenthood or Jacksonville Immigrants' Rights Alliance or whichever group they're going to send it to, and I can put the funds directly towards that. I had one of them, I think that was from like Italy, maybe somewhere, but renewed my Planned Parenthood membership just by PayPaling me, I think $25, $30, and I used that from PayPal to then renew my membership from Planned Parenthood. But it's definitely not exclusive to the United States alone. There's definitely, I think I had one from Brazil, I had one from Italy, I've had them from Canada.
So you could open up Twig Academy worldwide.
It could be international, yeah. It could be an international thing.
So here's the thing. How can we help facilitate your teaching others to do this? What would you like? What can Closer to the Edge podcast do? Me personally, Drill Sergeant Doug, what can I do to help facilitate? What do you need to help facilitate you teaching others to do this?
If you see MAGA trolls in your comment section, ones that you can tell are not just the Russian bots, just respond to them and say, if you need to be dominated, go see Heyitstwig.
No, I want to teach other girls to do this. How can I? No, you think we're joking about the academy? What I'm saying is, how can
maybe Twig's the gatekeeper. Maybe we're onto something here. Maybe if we send it all to Twig can then send it, because she can only deal with so much. So if she has a network,
she can farm them out.
You know, students that are learning, like, here's an easy one for you, and you hand it off.
You know, it's funny that you say that, because I saw that you guys did a podcast with Off J-Wagon.
Yes,
and he actually
yes.
Actually, he texted me the other day. I'll have to send you guys the screenshot from him, but he texted me and was like, hey, I think I have a potential customer for you in my Facebook comment section. and sure enough, I went over there and I was like, look, dude, if you need to be dominated by me, just say that. I haven't heard from him since. I haven't seen him post anything since, but I don't know.
He's in the sales funnel, you know. Like I imagine you know, but eventually it's a numbers game. But yeah, I imagine some of these people, there's a lot of teachable moments for a lot of people who want to do what you do.
Speaking of sex, there is two fruit flies having sex in the air. They're both flying together. I didn't know that's how they procreated.
By flying together?
Like they're back to back flying together. The fuck is going?
Is one of them dominating the other one?
Look me in the eyes.
Can you tell? Yeah, are they making eye contact with one another?
I don't see it. I just saw it go. You guys think I'm fucking joking? They're having sex in my basement. What's happening here? I'm being attacked by a fruit fly. God damn.
Get it out!
Bro.
Are we still on? I'm still recording.
I'm still recording.
Okay, good.
That was the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Yeah, I don't know why you're saying that quietly, but...
Well, because I think when something is that good, you can't just blurt it out like that. This is something that the audience has to think about for a while.
That was the best fucking podcast I've ever been a part of or seen, or I don't know. I mean, I might be a little biased here because but that was, oh, wow. Well, you guys, fruit flies fucking in the background.
Dude,
I mean, I don't know. That's just. I mean, that's the sprinkle on the cake. That's just. I mean, what we just went through in this past hour. I mean, I've learned so much. Some of it I wanted to know, some of it I didn't want to know. But I learned quite a bit, and
I exposed myself. Well,
not literally. I mean, I didn't see a nipple or anything, but
not yet. The show's not over though.
Well, I mean, I can only see
need $25 before I do.
Okay, well, I just sent it.
No, fuck that. Double it.
I don't want to see your nipples that bad.
3 days later.
Maybe we need to destigmatize bug sex is next.
I didn't know they did it back to back. I'm gonna have to.
I didn't either.
I'm gonna be on Google after this. Like, did I see what I just saw?
What's happening?
These damn fruit flies. So what's next for Twig besides Twig Academy? Where are you going next? What can people do to support you?
The biggest thing that people can do to support is to just donate, whether it be to coalitions like Flare, Planned Parenthood, local groups in their community. I always accept donations directly to me. A lot of us do this work for free. I love the work that I do now. I was able to leave corporate 4 months ago, and I've gone full force into this ever since. And I cannot imagine doing anything else. It's very much... it's a very humbling experience, and I was talking to my friend Carlos the other day, Carlos Alvarez, and I think you guys may have done a podcast with him or something. He was at least in DC with us. But
well, speaking of that, I did something featuring him because I was also there taking a video. Did something featuring him on Political Drain, which you will also be. We're going to do a one-on-one in-depth conversation, a little less funny. We might bring up some funny things, I'm sure, though. But yeah, so you're going to be on Political Drain as well. So you guys check that out. I did do something, and I put up some footage with Carlos because he had a lot of important things to say that was on the same topic. So I put that up. Go ahead.
He had said something to me the other day about, I was asking him, you know, in DC, a lot of people would come up to me and be like, hey, what do you do? And even now, I still don't quite know how to answer that question. when I was in the airport on the way back from DC, one of my followers recognized me. Her name was Brittany.
Wow.
And the first thing that she said to me when she walked up is she said, "Hey, are you an activist?" And that really meant a lot to me, because in that moment, I was like, you know what? If I were to die in this plane right now, the last thing that a stranger would have known me as is an activist that fought for other people. And that in and of itself is a very humbling feeling. But with that, I'm an activist, yes, but what does that mean? What do I do? And one of the things that Carlos had said is that he likes to say he works pro bono for the American people. And that's something that just really kind of stuck with me. And we kind of bonded over the fact that we are both simultaneously the most successful that we have ever been, while also being the most poor that we have ever been. And I think to that extent, intersectionality and duality are so important, because I am so humbled and so eternally grateful. And even if I don't get paid to do any of the work that I'm doing, the sense of internal satisfaction and hope and fulfillment that I feel makes everything worth it. And I say that to go back to Rook's question of how can people support you. It's honestly just get involved on a local level. It's not, I don't think it's necessarily about supporting me directly. I think activism looks a lot of different ways for a lot of different people. Some of us do podcasts, some of us are comedians, some of us write music and poems and books. And I just think activism is not a singular or secular thing. It can look multiple different ways. It can be quiet, it can be loud, it can be something that you just use financially. Maybe it's not the best idea for someone to go out on the front lines and protest in the streets with the police or against the National Guard. There's a certain level of privilege that I am aware of that I have, and that I am there is both a shame aspect, but more so in the sense of acknowledgement. I know that white privilege is a part of my history. It is a part of my present. And with that, I have a responsibility to just make the world a better place. I don't have all of the answers. I don't know how to change every problem or fix every issue, but I know we can do better than this. And so when you ask, how can people best support you? I think it's really just support yourself in a way that makes you comfortable in your belief system, and comfortable enough and confident to where you can articulate that and not question it. And I think that's a very personal and internalizing type of choice, is to just focus on what you really do believe in, lean in on it, be comfortable in it, and then be confident enough to share it with other people.
I love that, because when someone asks what you are, and you're thinking, well, am I an activist, or am I
a content creator? Am I an influencer, an activist?
Am I a teacher?
Am I the Charlie Kirk girl? I mean, what? I don't know what I am.
And I was thinking as you were saying that, you know what? And I came across the answer, and it's Twig. You're Twig.
I'm Twig.
And that's what I hear you saying is be you. You know, so it's like
be authentic. For me, there was a long period of time in my life where I always felt like the most radical person in the room, or the black sheep of the dinner table who was always trying to scream about politics or inequalities or injustices. And because I thought that I was the most radical person in the room, I was like, man, maybe I'm the crazy one, and this stuff really isn't as bad as it seems. And over the course of several years, and especially during my trip to DC, talking with you guys and meeting all of the coalitions and the veterans and just the community members that chose to show up in DC, whether it was from my flight attendant down to my Uber driver and everyone in between, that just shared this love of community and openness and equality. And I've actually never in my life experienced the feeling of being proud to be an American until I was in DC with all of you guys and this entire group of people who recognized and acknowledged the fact that this system is broken, it is unjust, and it is flawed. And I like that you have the scales of justice in the back of that picture, because it was very much a feeling of, this is what America looks like. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, this is America. And it's a very validating feeling. And it's also just very comforting in knowing that it's okay to be radical, and it's okay to be that black sheep. And even if not everyone agrees with you, or not everyone thinks that you're logical because you're passionate, or your radical empathy is shining through more so than being level headed and politically correct. I think it's just a matter of be confident in your belief system, be comfortable in it. I'm not here to be palatable. I'm not here to be comfortable or say the things that CNN or Fox News are already saying. I'm just here to tell the truth, and I may not always get every topic right or every video right, but the only thing I can do is encourage everyone to just really try and unpack whatever belief systems they think they have. Always be open to new experiences, new conversations, and just be comfortable in your belief system.
I love it.
I love it. Wait a minute. Hold on. There's two things I want to respond to that you said before we go any further. One is it's common mistake. That scale is for drugs. It's not the
even better.
It's not the justice.
At least I don't know. I don't know if that's what they used it for. We just found it handy at the time, so we took it upon ourselves to split up our stash. So I think that's what they keep it here for. But
Number two. Go ahead.
Anyway.
Okay. So number two. You said something that I get a lot in my comment section. White women will say this to me mostly, and a few white men of all ages will say, I'm so ashamed of what is going on, or I hate that I'm white. And not that you said that, but that shame part is there, right? There's the idea that you have a certain amount of privilege. It's a fact, and you realize it. And I always say privilege isn't good or bad. It's only what you do with it. There is absolutely no shame in being 6'10". But if you're 6'10", and you're not helping somebody else get up the ladder, or if you're 6'10" and you're not helping someone lift a brick up for the next house, and you're letting the short guy do it, you're a problem, right? So the privilege there's nothing you could do about that. But what you do
it's how
with
you
your
use
privilege makes you a great person, and a person that I admire, and I mean you specifically. In every way. I just wanted you to know that I, besides the jokes and the obvious knowledge that you have for young women out here that need to learn it immediately, in any way that I can help facilitate that knowledge giving, I got you. But on a more personal level, the way that you fight is the way that I want to fight, and I want others to fight. An example even. So I appreciate that.
And I agree 100%. And at Closer to the Edge, we're big supporters of Twig and whatever Twig does. And for that reason, we've started a little special. If you've ever thought about becoming a paid subscriber to Closer to the Edge, and you like Twig and you like Planned Parenthood, then listen up, because there's a special link out there. I think you can type it in. It's closertotheedge.net/Twig. And if you go there and you sign up for a paid subscription, all that money is going to go to Planned Parenthood or Twig Academy or whatever Twig decides right now on the spot. So
Planned Parenthood.
It's all going to Planned Parenthood. So if you want to become a paid subscriber and you want to support Planned Parenthood at the same time, go off to the closertotheedge.net/Twig. Sign up there so we can help track it and make sure all that money goes to Planned Parenthood.
Yay.
Outstanding.
Yes.
Outstanding. Thank you so much, Twig, for being here.
Really
awesome.
Yeah. Where can people follow you on the socials? Can you give out your social?
Instagram, Heyitstwig. TikTok, Heyitstwig25 or Heyitstwig26. Facebook, Sarah Twig. YouTube, Heyitstwig. I think that's all I'm on right now.
It's
I have a
growing.
YouTube. It's got like less than 300 followers, so it's not very big, but I do have one. It's Heyitstwig as well, I think.
Yep.
But yeah, it's on.
You haven't been on there in a while. Get back on. Get back on.
I know. I gotta get my shit together.
You only have 15 of them.
I know.
Get your shit together, Twig.
I know. I'm working on it.
And I think Twig is coming to Substack at some point. So
I'm working on my Substack. My goal is to have the Substack up by the end of the week with at least a couple posts. I just made that up on the spot, but now that it's out there, so it's admitted.
Yeah.
Flying by the seat of our pants over here, guys.
Look, I'm just winging it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm going to keep doing it. So yeah, I'll have that up by the end of the week. And yeah, we'll see what else I get into.
Well, I love it. Well, thanks for taking the time with us tonight. And I look forward to working with you in the future and learning whatever we can do to help support you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
You guys subscribe to Closer to the Edge as well. Go see Twig everywhere that she is. Subscribe to this, because you're only going to get this type of shit here. I promise you. This don't just happen everywhere. It takes balls to pull out the shit that we did today.
Big, steel, shiny balls.
Hey, if you're going to do a first podcast, Twig, I don't know, we set the bar kind of high.
I don't know if I could do another podcast like this.
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully this is but you know,
a one in a million.
I can guarantee
I know this won't. I know this won't be your last podcast. So
I'll be. Yeah, more to come.
Yes.
And come see Political Drain, where we'll have our one-on-one with Heyitstwig as well. It'll probably be coming out next week. So thank you so much. And
thank you. See you guys.
Peace. Guys, that's it, man. I don't have an outro for this. We're done. We'll see you next week on Wednesday. We've got some Christmas holiday, what was that? Ramadan, Hanukkah, whatever it is. We got some seasons ending things going on.
Yeah, so go buy that gift subscription. Go to closertotheedge.net/twig. And all your money is going to go to Planned Parenthood. You got from now until the end of the month, but take care of that so we can give some money to Planned Parenthood and call up Twig for her awesome work.